fancy tonight, huh? This is the part of the program where I would say tip your bartenders and wait staff, but that's not the case. So I've had a pretty rough week, but I'm glad to be out here at Macho Chef. Yes? Where the men cook the food and the women have to choke it down. I did bring my own contribution, though. I brought the stomach pump.
Yeah. She
doesn't know inhibition. So that's good. Happy to be here as part of the 9th Ward. It's nice to be in an established ward. That's where the high priests outnumber the nursery 5-1. Yeah, they don't come from pioneer stock around here. They're actually pioneers. Glad to thank the bishop for letting me perform tonight. You know, the bishop, he's a little bit of young blood here in the ward. I mean, I wouldn't say he's youthful, but I do know that he has Justin Bieber tickets. You're going to have to ask him. I think they're front row. The nice thing about being in the Highland 9th Ward is ever since I came here, I gained a testimony of the living scriptures because I moved in next door to Tammy and Marin. And I'm going to prove it. Marin, can you tell me Ether, chapter 12, verse 11?
Well, any scripture in the Book of Mormon begins with "it came to pass," or what? Ether 12,
verse 11.
Ether 12 and 4 is my favorite. Ether 12 and 4. Wherefore, by faith was the law of Moses given, but it is in the gift of his Son that God prepared a more excellent way. And it is by faith it is fulfilled.
That's right. Very good. It's nice to have some backup here. It's nice living in the city of Highland, the wonderful city of Highland, with some of the greatest shops just outside city limits. Just nobody tell the mayor I told that joke. Oh, Richie. So I think you guys are all probably asking yourself, what the heck is this guy doing here? So I think it's a good question. You know, 5 years ago, I was a divorced comic in Denver, drinking, smoking, and enjoying considerably less legal activities. And also enjoying the company of women with low self-esteem. I knew this because they were willing to be seen in public with me. Thank you for the vote of confidence. And one time my mom came over to visit, and inevitably we started talking about kids, you know, and she told me that I would have no greater joy than having kids. And I guess those words stuck with me because fast forward to 5 years later, I've got a wife, I'm married, I got a house in the suburbs, a regular daytime job, and I have some of the 2 most adorable, precious, selfish, whiny, needy little children in the entire world. And every day I get to come home from work, peel the butcher knife out of my wife's hands, and spend time with the little turds. So when I'm at the emergency room at 3 o'clock in the morning because my infant has not stopped crying for 12 hours, only to find out he has gas because we fed him an entire bottle of carrots, I can tell myself, no greater joy. When there is an inch of water on the bathroom floor because they've decided to flush 5 rolls of toilet paper down the john, no greater joy. And when I am in the bookstore at the mall and I see my potty training 3-year-old drop trowel 50 yards before the men's room door, as I am carrying him via Uber wedgie into the handicapped stall, I can tell myself, no greater joy. There is a reason kids do not come with a manual. Because if we could read it beforehand, we'd never have them in the first place. It is the truth. I'm married to a really wonderful woman. She's, thank you. She's only recently converted to the church, but she's been Mormon her entire life. My brother-in-law called her the dry Mormon. I think what tipped him off is when they wanted to have family pictures, and she suggested everyone wear white shirts and jeans. When the missionaries came to our house, they thought I was the investigator. That is a true story. Trying to be a good Mormon, I'm just not that successful. So, you know, they were talking about food storage, and I didn't want to end up with a bunch of rice and beans. So I got 6 months worth of Wendy's in my basement. Had to throw out the Frosties. Those went bad really quick. Oh, yeah, and not only are we active now, we're in the primary. I just want to clarify something. I am not a sunbeam teacher. I am a bathroom monitor. There's sharing time, singing time, potty time. And getting a bunch of 3-year-old boys in the men's room at church is like having a gang of teenage girls. Except instead of comparing makeup, they're comparing cartoon characters on their underpants. Look, Dad, he's got SpongeBob. Okay, all right, thanks. Love being here in Utah. It's nice to be Utah. You know, in Utah, we've got some of the nicest people in the world here. Until you all get behind the wheel of a car. And you're a bunch of jerks, aren't you? I think we should just change the state sign to say, "Welcome to Utah, get out of my way." Because apparently, when you're driving on the highway, you take the speed limit, add your age, and that's how fast you drive. So I got Grandma barreling behind, right past me, you know, giving me the Mormon bird as she goes by. I've learned a bunch of Utah driving rules. Like, just because you're in the right lane doesn't mean you can't make a left turn. The HOV lane doubles as a passing lane. Those 2 white lines are more of a suggestion. And once you realize that speed traps are only 1 weekend a month, you can pretty much do whatever you want. Getting older, though, I think that's part of it. You know, it used to be that when you saw a car swerving from lane to lane, you figured they were drunk. Now you know they're texting. Because honestly, is it more important to maneuver tons of metal through traffic at high speed, or type in, "LOL, oh my gosh, ha 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 ha"? My phone is good for 2 things. Making calls and playing solitaire while I'm on the toilet. Don't ask to borrow my phone, is all I'm saying.
Oh, gosh.
Those Bluetooth headsets, they're no better. Because honestly, I see you wearing that. I don't think you're cool. I think Wendy's is missing their drive-thru guy. Like I said, it's me. I am getting older. You know, like, I see teenagers these days, and they are wearing the same clothes that I wore when I was their age. But now, I think they look stupid. Kids these days think Metallica is classic rock. And they're right. I don't know. I guess it's just my fault. I'm just a plain white male, or as I like to call myself, a slice of Wonder Bread. I'm plain white and high in carbs. I know it's pretty bad because I have to hand out sunglasses whenever I go to the swimming pool. And in high school gym, I didn't have to wear tube socks. I just painted a couple stripes on my calves. Nobody knew the difference. But I am getting older now, so as I'm getting older, I'm finding all of these dark man hairs all over my body. It's like puberty, the sequel. The other day I found these jet black long eyebrow hairs. I'm like, when did I grow antenna? Got the tweezers out, thought that'd be the end of it, but no. Next morning I wake up to a tuft of monkey fur on my shoulder. The worst had to be the nose hair. I mean, who shoved those two hamsters up there anyway? I had to pull out the nose hair clippers, and those things are awesome. But don't get carried away. I really went to town the first time, and only afterwards did I realize is that the nose hairs are what catch the boogers. Now they're just rolling out of there like bowling balls. But I do have to say, you have to be very careful when selecting your manscaping implement. Because the nose hair clippers don't work in other parts of the body. And that's officially as edgy as I'm allowed to get tonight. I don't understand a lot of things. Like, I don't understand women. I tried. I sat down and watched the Oxygen Network for 2 weeks straight. All I got were cramps and bad self-body image. I hate arguing with women because it's kind of like watching a hockey game. The action goes too fast to follow. The rules are impossible to understand. And it can turn violent at any time. But if that's the case, I want to call penalties. That's 2 minutes for nagging, 2 minutes for complaining, and a game misconduct for bringing up stuff that happened 2 years before we met. Get in the box. I want to know why women think it's okay to hang pictures over the toilet. They don't look at that. We've got to look at it. Yeah, he did. He finally just got it. Welcome to the party. Listen, all I'm saying is that I don't want to stare at Grandma while I'm taking a whiz. I mean, if you're going to do that, help me out with a picture of a waterfall or something like that. I don't know, that's all I'm asking. I got one of these laundry room bathrooms in my house, which is pretty cool. So, I was in there the other day playing solitaire. And I ran out of toilet paper. And the only thing within reach were dryer sheets. Yeah, they were really hard to flush, but all night I smelled like spring rain. So one of the jobs in my house is grocery shopping, and I hate it. So I put it off until the absolute last moment. I mean, when my kids are eating peanut butter off hot dog buns, it's time to go to the store. That place is confusing, and the aisles have those signs above them, and they're supposed to help, but they don't. Because there are no Hot Pockets up there. Pickles, there are pickles. I don't need pickles. And what is bath tissue? I need toilet paper. Where do I find that? And I mean, who organized that place anyway? Why is the cat food next to the rat poison? Who put the birth control by the diapers? The peanut butter's over here, the bread is over there, the milk is over there, the cereal is over here. Help me out! Put this stuff together. I don't want to come back anytime soon, so I go through that place and get anything I think I might need. Pickles, okay, get the pickles. Fungicide, you never know. Maxi pads. I'll use them on my Swiffer. I knew those wings were for something. I try and avoid the self-checkout because the lady's voice is kind of like the perfect combination of sexy and creepy. You know, it's like, welcome, valued member. Hey lady, I'm married. So I get all this stuff in my car and I take it home, and now I have to get it from the driveway into the house. And I'm a guy, so I'm not making 2 trips. No, it goes in one or it stays there till tomorrow. You know, so I got the handles of those plastic bags. I got 20 bags on this arm, got 20 bags on this arm. I got the Diet Coke in between my legs, and I'm pushing the laundry soap with my foot. I'm sure I look like Quasimodo to all of my neighbors. Takes me an hour to get everything put away, and only then do I realize I forget the Hot Pockets. Guess I'll bust open a jar of pickles and Swiffer up the kitchen. You guys have been an amazing crowd. Thank you very much. Have a good night.